Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos and welcome to Heroic Stix Bunkjunker, the fifth boss I believe in the Dungeon Journal of the Liberation of Undermine. A very cool boss. So, starts off like normal, you're just attacking the boss, then it's going to cast this Incinerator, which is going to put some red fiery circles around people. These pulse a little bit of damage. Demolish, big tank hit that leaves behind a 100% increased damage taken debuff on the tank. Now, here's when things start getting pretty fun. So the boss is going to cast Electromagnetic Sorting, and this, in addition to putting a bunch of circles on the ground that you want to dodge, will make the active tank and a bunch of random other people get targeted by these arrows over their heads, and they will then start rolling a ball that can collect garbage and adds. And there's a bunch of garbage that gets spawned at this time as well. So you can see we've got some small garbage puddles like this one, and there's some medium-sized garbage puddles like this one over here. And you start off as a small bomb roller, and you can roll over adds and small garbage puddles. Once you've done enough of that, like 4 of them, you can then start rolling over medium garbage puddles. And once you've rolled over enough of those, you turn the biggest possible size of rolling ball, and that will let you then collide with this bomb over here, and that needs to happen or else the bomb explodes and wipes the raid. And everybody else who's on a bomb, more people are rolling than you need, right? You only 1 bomb at the start of the fight, 2 later on in the fight need to actually get blown up. The other people can crash into the boss. If you get your bomb fully sized and crashed into the boss, it does like 1.5% of its health as damage, so it's extremely good to be able to do that. Now, in addition to spawning a bunch of these small and medium garbage puddles, the boss spawns a bunch of adds, including territorial bombshells. These spawn on medium garbage puddles, and they, after 30 seconds, will explode. They start off immobilized, but once you get them below 75% health, they'll detach from their garbage pile and be movable. You don't want to collide with these with your bomb, especially while they're still on their garbage pile, because doing that will instantly explode your ball, and also it will instantly explode the bomb. And when the bomb explodes that way, instead of being killed, it does put a little dot on the raid, although it's not actually that big of a deal. So let's see some of this in action here. So you can see we've got some bombshells. There are also some hyenas coming in from the edge of the room. These are just little adds that do nothing. And there's some little spark caster adds that also basically do nothing. And they can be rolled over and picked up with your ball. Once you do that, when you eventually explode your ball, they will get deposited back out, but with a 100% increased damage taken debuff. Okay, so here, yeah, you can see people rolling around their balls, clearing as much of this trash as we can. And also, there's a bunch of those casters and the hyenas over there. And okay, so now we've got these incineration circles again. If these incineration circles hit a garbage pile, they will ignite it, and it will turn into a burning garbage fire for the rest of the fight. Each one of those, in addition to denying some ground, adds a permanent dot on the raid as well. So let's see what happens on this one. Boom! Somebody's collided with the big bomb, and so it's gone now. And these other people, you can see, have nice big balls and are going to bring them into the boss if they can. And one of them actually collided with the bombshell over there, so we've got this little debuff from that instead. But that's kind of all there is to the start of the fight. It's quite a lot going on. The boss then kind of repeats the sequence here. If there's still a bunch of garbage piles out when it casts the next ignition now, incinerator, it does tend to automatically burn some of them. It seems kind of random, though, whether or not it did that. Like this time, for instance, it didn't. Sometimes it was. Oh, there we go. Okay, so maybe it did burn these, or maybe people ran over these. These are those permanent garbage fires I was talking about, and you can see now we have 2 stacks of a permanent dot here. So now, again, the boss has done Demolish, and it's about to cast the Electromagnetic Sorting again, and this time I get to be one of the rubbish people, so you can see what this looks like for one of them. So first off, I've got to roll over some of these small ones. Ooh, ran into somebody else. Also on a bomb, you just kind of bonk off of each other when that happens. And unfortunately, I'm still small, so I can't roll over all these medium ones. So I need to go get some more small trash to be able to roll over the medium one. There we go. Now I'm big enough to be able to roll over some medium ones. Roll over one of these scrap masters as well. Only 2 seconds left on my bomb, though. And it expires before I was able to connect to the boss because I didn't notice that I only had 2 seconds left on it. So, yeah, you don't get an awful long time on those balls before they go away. But you can see we did still a good job of clearing most of the room there. and also running into the boss. We do have 3 of the garbage piles now. Now the boss goes into this trash compactor big cast. So while it's airborne, it's taking 99% less damage. Then it crashes down, and now for the rest of the fight, it's doing more damage, and also there are going to be a little bit more of these mechanics as well. So now I think it spawns some extra ads every time it spawns ads, and it'll also spawn an extra big bomb as well. So here's another set of these casts now. We've got the demolish into the sorting. We've got people turning into the ball rollers, and a bunch of bombshells spawning. I think it's now like 5 bombshells and 2 big bombs that need to get exploded. And so I'm just dragging the boss around, trying to kind of bring it near the bombshells so that we can get them below 75% health so that they'll hop off of their garbage fire. Although, unfortunately, we just incinerated these garbage fires. Now we've got a bunch of garbage fires burning. We've got a big bomb near the boss, and we managed to break it, so we don't explode. And we're still somehow alive, although you can see now we have a lot of danger here. That bombshell exploded after being alive for 30 seconds. And so again, we all get a little dot for 8 seconds. That dot actually not that scary though, or maybe our healers are cracked, one or the other. And the fight just kind of rinses and repeats from this point. Demolish into electromagnetic sorting. This time I get to roll the ball. And that's sort of the way that the tanking thing will work. Whichever tank doesn't have the demolish will then taunt as soon as the tank with the demolish gets turned into the ball. And the boss does do like a big meltdown cast on that tank during this rolling time, so that does do a lot of damage to them. And you can see there's also a little bar at the bottom that sort of tracks your trashy sizeness. So there, I crashed that one into the boss. Hopefully we got all the bombs we needed to. Yeah, and it looks like the fight continues. This time 3 of the bombshells exploded, so 3 stacks of that dot. You can see is actually kind of nasty. 6 stacks of the permanent garbage fire fumes as well. Things are getting a little scary here. We've got people starting to go down. But other than that, it just kind of rinses and repeats from this point. Now, I think this is really fun. When you roll over one of your friends as well, it stuns them briefly. It doesn't kill them. It just does some damage and stuns them. So it's not an instant wipe. I think the way that you're going to want to handle this is you probably want people to just get to the edges of the room to leave the middle of the room clear for your ball rollers so that they're not rolling over people. But yeah, you can see there's one of those bombs over to the side there. We don't have anybody to defuse that one. All of our balls have been used, and boom. Pretty close to a instant wipe there from one of those big bombs going off. Cool, so that's everything with this fight. Hope you've enjoyed it. There will be some more boss testing next week, so starting in a week's time, we're going to have like daily videos of different boss testings coming out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.